Welcome back to Brad's Beer Reviews. Up next, we're going to be reviewing Neon Brown by Wiseacre Brewing Company out of Memphis, Tennessee. Mempho, Tennessee, as handsome Jimmy Valiant used to say. I'm going to get right into it, guys. There's no score on Beer Advocate. That was surprising to me. Rate Beer gives it a 61 overall, a 71 in the style. It's made with 2-row brown sugar, oatmeal, and chocolate malt. Now, something before I go any further, I don't want to forget this. I thought this was neat. You would think that the brown sugar is actually used for flavor of the beer, but it's actually not. It's because it's easier for the yeast to eat the brown sugar. So I thought that was neat. You can visit this brewery at wiseacrebrew.com. They only serve their beers, not just this one, but all of their beers in cans. They believe that not only is it better for the environment and it's easier to transport, but it actually makes the beer taste better and protects it from light, which I know for a fact that protecting it from light is true. I don't know if it actually makes the beer taste better, but that's what their website says. It's 5.8% alcohol by volume, 51 IBUs. They use Bravo hops for bittering and Chinook and Delta hops. And they use L yeast. Now you can only get this in 6-packs or in kegs. Now, I have had this before. My dad bought it because he's a fan of brown ales. But the day that he bought it, I was actually not feeling too good. My taste buds was messed up, and so I didn't get a good idea of what this actually tasted like. I know that he was disappointed. He said that it reminded him more of a porter than it does a brown ale. And he actually gave me this beer to review, so thanks for that, Dad. And I feel like I repeat this every video, but hey, you never know who's going to click on this video that may not saw the first time I mentioned it. So my dad also does beer reviews, and you can check him out at Arkansas Beer Reviews here on YouTube. And we did some videos together this last weekend that I'm looking forward to coming out in the next couple of weeks. All right. So it's got about, I'd say 2 fingers worth of a beige, creamy beige head. It's almost kind of frothy on the top. The beer itself is very dark. It's almost a reddish. It kind of borders on it's got a red tint to it, but it's more dark brown than anything. I'm seeing a lot of sediment floating around in it. I mean, it looks good. On the aroma, I'm getting coffee. I can't quite tell if I would describe this as baker's chocolate or milk chocolate. There's some bitterness to it in the chocolatey smell, but you also get a hint of sweetness. I want to say that I smell the brown sugar, but I know it's easy by power of suggestion to just start naming off what they say they use in the making of the beer, but I think it's fair to say that it's in the aroma. It got hints of malt. The hops are faint on it. Head sticking around. It almost looks like ice cream on top. Let's get a taste on it, guys. Okay, roasted malts. I'm getting more of the baker's chocolate taste, so bitter chocolate, faint coffee, faint hoppiness. I'd say the mouthfeel on it is medium. It's slightly carbonated. That's the one thing that I do remember from the first time that I drank it. To me at the time, it was super carbonated, but it's not so carbonated today. The finish is quite dry. That hop bitterness just kind of hits you in the back of the throat. I can definitely see why Dad would consider this more of a porter than a brown ale. That head is just sticking around, guys. Even halfway down the glass, it's still there. Well, it's a good beer, guys. I don't dislike it. Um, it's not what I would consider a brown ale. My favorite brown ale, at least off the top of my head, I'd have to say is Newcastle. And if you set these two side by side, I would think it was completely different styles. Or those two, rather. I don't know that I would personally buy this myself. I'm glad that I got to try it. Thanks again, Dad, for passing this over to me to review for the channel. But I don't know if I would buy it. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't buy it again. I don't think this is a tough one, guys. The beer doesn't taste horrible, but I don't know that it's actually a good representation of what it says it is. And that's kind of what you want. I mean, I don't know how well you can see the label, but it very clearly says an American brown ale. And this just does not remind me of a brown ale. And I think I'm going to have to give the rating today based on whether or not it's a good representation of the style. And I've already said that I don't believe that it is. So I'm actually going to give this beer a C-. It's okay. I mean, it's drinkable. It's not great. Sorry, guys, at Wiseacre. I've had some other beers I thought was pretty good. But not a fan of this one. If you've had it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, go ahead and give it a shot. I'd like to know what you think if you can find it around your area. But it's nothing special, guys. Thank you for joining me for the second review of the day. We got 2 more to come. I'm very excited about both of these 2 reviews that I've got coming up. They were given to me by my friend JJ. Really looking forward to them. Stick with me. Thank you for joining me.